Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel, come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, hey folks, sampler review series videos I've been doing for a while now, where I go over there and try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks. I'm not going to lie. I'm stalling until there's a movie time ready for me. But we'll get into that. Yes, indeed, folks. It's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items. Whilst I'm doing so, I might be outside of a Sam's Club at the time that I'm doing this. In fact, I definitely am. I'm in fact by the Sam's Club gas station section that they have in like every human being within the state of Illinois is getting gas right now. Because their prices are like 40 cents cheaper than like the other places. It's not actually what I'm here for, but I'm inside my truck sweating my ass off. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm wearing a super cool shirt, folks. When I wear super cool shirts, I like to highlight the super cool shirt. Super cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom! It's my Yu Yu Hakusho shirt. It's got Yusuke, it's got Hiei, it's got Kurama, it's got Kuwabara. But which is your favorite character, Brandon? I hear you proclaim. It's hard to say. I love the group as a whole. Hiei was definitely my first favorite. Now him and Kuwabara are kind of like tied for first, but they're all fucking great. I love them. Yu Yu Hakusho is an anime from like the late 80s or early 90s. Came out around the same time as like your DBZs, your Sailor Moons and whatnot. And it was a relatively early add-on to the first like kind of big wave of American anime stuff. Which, if you're not old enough to remember, maybe you just weren't, actively conscious of it. Like basically in like the end of the 90s, like Cartoon Network especially really started kind of pushing the anime stuff with Toonami and then eventually Adult Swim. And this was one of the shows that premiered on Adult Swim. And it didn't take off quite the same way, but it certainly gained its fan base, of which I'm one, and I just love it. So, but anyway, what am I going to review for you? Why am I waiting for a movie? What are we doing? So yeah, I'm actually waiting to see the new Indiana Jones movie, but the earliest screening that I could get isn't for another 49 minutes. So I decided to go out and grab some food before I made my way over. And one of the places that was close by, boom! There's boom, A&W. I've done a number of reviews of A&W stuff. Burgers, Coney dogs. I did their root beer float, their lemonade shake. Go watch all those videos. But what am I reviewing today? Boom! It's another burger. This specifically, and you can see it's got the barbecue label on it. This is their double barbecue bacon crunch burger. I had to memorize that. Which isn't on their normal menu. Like, they have, like, signs outside for it, but, like, it's nowhere on their normal menu. For all intents and purposes, it sounds like it's just a fucking rodeo burger, but I like a rodeo burger. I mean, if you're gonna have a rodeo burger, just call it a fucking rodeo burger. But, so, let's go ahead, open it up. Ooh, got some extra bacon. That's some good bacon, I'm not gonna lie. Now, can we get it? Oh, okay. Alright, so it's a double burger with bacon, barbecue sauce, and crispy onion. It's also got some cheese, it's got some lettuce, which I don't really feel like it needed, but we're gonna try it out anyway, because, well, lettuce is fine. If nothing else, immediately I like the look of the bacon. It looks like proper bacon. And I don't know if I've had bacon on one of their burgers yet. Maybe I have, I don't know. Let's try a thing. It's basically a fucking rodeo burger. It's good. I like it. The hitch of the whole thing is the add-ons. Like, the burgers at A&W are decent. They're not phenomenal. Just yesterday, I reviewed a couple of items from Shake Shack. A couple of their burgers. There is definitely a noticeable marking down in quality comparatively. And I'm not saying that A&W is bad quality. I'm just saying that, like, your Shake Shacks, your Culvers, the ones that kind of, you know, sort of sell themselves as being a little bit higher end, typically, the burgers are of better quality. Again, A&W, not bad. The beef steak's decent and everything. It's just, it's maybe, if you have, like, your standard fast food burgers, they're probably a little bit better than the standard ones, but not to the extent that, again, something like Culver's or Shake Shack is, where you really are getting, like, just a strong flavor of the beef and, like, you know, it really stands out. In this, it's decent. It does the job. So, the other aspects that have to carry it are the barbecue sauce, crispy onions, and the bacon. To that end, I'm going to give them some decent points here. Every one of those elements works pretty well for me. One thing I'm going to start with, the onion strips, because one of the burgers that I reviewed from A&W had crispy onions, but they didn't have onion strips. They had, like, onion chips. I personally don't think the onion chip format is as good as the onion strips. I don't think they fry up quite as nicely, and I think that they end up with too much raw onion flavor. Whereas with the strip format, you're still getting onion flavor, but it's that kind of nice fried onion flavor. It's a little bit more subdued. I think that works better for me. I'm not a huge onion guy. So I like that they use the crispy onion strips. They are crispy. And like I said, they don't have that, like, raw onion, like, overpowering taste. The bacon is good bacon. It's crispy. It's flavorful. It's not just window dressing. And I've made mention of this when it comes to fast food burgers that use bacon. Especially, you know, like your McDonald's, your Burger Kings. It's just not very good quality bacon. It's clearly just some bargain bin bullshit bacon. With this is definitely, it's solid bacon. It's not the best bacon I've ever had on a burger, but I'm not, you know, this is solid bacon that, like, I could go and actually just eat gleefully by itself. You know, so I like the bacon as well. That just leaves the barbecue sauce. The barbecue sauce is decent. It's, because it kind of depends on what you want. One of my favorite barbecue sauce, it's called River Red's, like, smoking barbecue sauce. Damn it, I did a review of it. Go look up, like, sampler platter barbecue sauce. But that's, like, one of my favorites, because for me, I like a barbecue sauce that's got some smokiness, it's got a lot of flavor, and it's got a lot of personality. A lot of barbecue sauces, especially fast food, are just sweet. They're sweet and tangy, and that's fine. I can deal with that. I think that has its place. But I like a more complex barbecue sauce, a bit more mature barbecue sauce. To that end, well, I do think that the barbecue sauce is on the sweeter side. I do think it has a little bit of personality to it. It's not just sweet for the sake of sweet. There is a little bit of a smokiness there, and plays well with the beef and the bacon. Now here's the thing. Lettuce. Doesn't need it. I'm sorry, and that's not me just being a fat guy. I like lettuce. I think it's fine in certain instances. And I think it can be great on a burger. For a burger like this, who the fuck are we getting with the lettuce? This is a decadent burger. That's what it's intended to be. Why is there lettuce? I guess you could argue the point and say, oh, it's, it's to lighten the burger up a little bit, to, add in a little bit. No. Certain burgers, that works really well. With this, it is not only superfluous, it's actively intrusive. Like, I don't need it to be there. I don't need the texture. I don't need the taste. Basically watering down the rest of the very savory richness of the burger. Now, that's a personal thing. Maybe some people, I don't think it needs it. But 2 questions have to be asked, folks. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Maybe, and sure. So here's the thing. This is like, I think, about the 3rd or 4th burger that I've reviewed from A&W now, and I've had mixed results. Some of them I've liked quite a bit. Some of them I felt were a little bit underwhelming. This one is decent. It is fundamentally just a fucking rodeo burger. Just call it a fucking rodeo burger. It's fine. It's a decent rodeo burger. I would say it's better than like a standard fast food burger. I do think it has that going for it. But if I had better rodeo burgers, yes. And the problem is that they're trying to, kind of market this as like, ooh, this is like a specialty burger. Sure. And I do feel like there's effort in it. I do, like I said, I think the bacon's good. I think the sauce is decent. I think there's some effort, but again, it's just a fucking rodeo burger at the end of the day, and I can get better rodeo burgers. So there's things that I've had from A&W that I like better, and this kind of continues the overall trend where it's like, I like A&W stuff, but I don't like it as much as I could, because they do sort of fall somewhere in between like your McDonald's and your Burger Kings, and like your Steak and Shakes, your Shake Shacks, what have you. They're kind of somewhere in between there, and where it's like they're a little bit premium, but not enough to really be premium. And it's just like, yeah. But it was still good. I'm not complaining. Well, I'm complaining a little bit, but, overall, not complaining. As for recommending it, if you find an A&W and it's available, feel free to get it. It's not a bad interpretation of a rodeo burger. But again, you can get better rodeo burgers. They're a pretty common-ass burger. I'd say maybe just get one from somewhere else. But anyway, that's going to do it for me on this one. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest week, monumentous month, better stretch year. And folks, you can go over there and have yourselves a truly yeehaw rodeo-tastic rest of your life, because it's a rodeo burger, you see. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in your world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing to not be an asshole, okay? Like I said, sometimes you're over there, you're in the car, it's hot, you're waiting to see an Indiana Jones movie. By the way, hot take, Temple of Doom, my favorite Indiana Jones movie. That could change after today. I don't know. I haven't seen the new one. But especially of the original trilogy, I know a lot of people look down on Temple of Doom. I like Temple of Doom. Take of that what you will. But it's important when we run into situations that are stressful, frustrating, etc. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're going to try yourself the A&W double barbecue bacon crunch burger. It's too many fucking adjectives. It doesn't need them all. It's called a fucking rodeo burger. Maybe you go over there, you try it out, and you're like, this is a rodeo burger. And I'd be like, yeah, I told you it was a rodeo burger. And then we'll be over there, and we'll eventually meet up in person at some point and be like, holy shit, you're the guy from YouTube. And I'll be like, oh my god, don't assault me. I can't imagine that would happen to me, but then at the same time, there's a fuck ton of crazy people in the world. Let's not assault our good friend Brandon Winslow. I'm harmless. I just eat. The food will do me in anyway. But anyway, we'll go over there, we'll high five because we both know it's a goddamn rodeo burger, and then we'll go on our way. Or conversely, you can make a rodeo burger if you really want to. It's not hard. The ingredients are pretty easy. Bye.